Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone, to another exciting and mind-blowing video where we uncover the fascinating stories behind ordinary coins that turned into extraordinary treasures worth millions. And today we're diving deep into the story of the 1996 D1 coin, a humble penny from Denver that has become a legend in the coin collecting world for its shocking value of $35 million. Thanks to its mysterious errors, striking mistakes, and unbelievable rarity that have sent collectors and experts into a frenzy, making this coin one of the most talked about pieces in modern numismatic history. The 1996 D penny may look like just another Lincoln cent at first glance, but beneath its copper coating lies a series of fascinating production flaws that make it not only rare but also historically significant. Minted at the Denver Mint with the small D mark beneath the date, this coin was part of the billions produced that year, yet only a handful are believed to exist with the specific minting errors that have driven its value into the tens of millions. The most significant and valuable among these errors is believed to be a double die obverse, where Abraham Lincoln's profile, inscriptions like "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" appear doubled, a mistake caused when the die that stamps the coin shifts slightly during production, creating a faint but visible doubling effect. This type of error fascinates collectors because it's a rare glimpse into the delicate precision of minting gone wrong, and in the case of the 1996 D penny, the doubling is said to be so clear and dramatic that even untrained eyes can spot it. Another key reason behind the coin's astronomical value lies in its striking anomaly, the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin blank, also known as a planchette, is not perfectly aligned with the dies during the striking process, resulting in part of the design being cut off or shifted to one side. Some of the most famous 1996 D-era pennies have up to 15 to 30% of the design missing or off balance, making them visually unique and instantly recognizable. To a casual observer, this might seem like a simple manufacturing defect, but to seasoned numismatists, it's a sign of a highly collectible and extremely rare mint error that can turn a 1-cent piece into a multi-million-dollar artifact. Furthermore, there have been reports of 1996 D pennies struck on the wrong planchette, meaning they were accidentally minted on a metal blank intended for another denomination, such as a dime or a foreign coin. When that happens, the penny is not only the wrong size or weight but sometimes a completely different color or composition, further increasing its rarity. Imagine finding a penny that weighs less than normal, has a silvery tone instead of copper, and bears a slightly different rim or edge. It's no wonder collectors go wild for these discoveries. The metallurgical anomalies are also intriguing. While standard 1996 D pennies are composed of a copper-plated zinc core, some rare specimens have been found with unusual layering, improper bonding of copper to zinc, or even incomplete plating, causing the surface to flake or show patches of zinc underneath. These minting imperfections, though microscopic in scale, are monumental in determining a coin's uniqueness and desirability. Another fascinating aspect is the potential die crack and die clash errors seen in certain 1996 D1 coins. A die crack happens when the steel die used to strike coins develops a fracture, and when it continues striking coins, it leaves raised lines or marks on the finished coins. In some 1996 D specimens, these cracks appear dramatically across Lincoln's face, neck, or the lettering, creating striking visual effects that make each coin one of a kind. Die clashes, on the other hand, occur when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchette in between, leaving ghostly impressions of one side's design onto the other, and in the case of this coin, faint outlines of the Lincoln Memorial appearing behind Lincoln's portrait have been reported. These types of mint errors are like fingerprints, no two are exactly alike, which is why collectors prize them so highly. What makes the $35 million valuation even more astonishing is not only the coin's physical anomalies but also its backstory and the mystery surrounding how such an error could have left the Denver Mint unnoticed. With the advanced quality control systems in place by the 1990s, it's rare for such major errors to escape into circulation, which leads experts to speculate that these coins might have been struck during a brief calibration run, test strike, or mechanical malfunction that produced only a handful before the error was corrected. This makes every surviving specimen not just an error coin, but a time capsule from a fleeting moment in minting history. As years have passed, only a few examples have surfaced, and every time one appears at auction, it commands attention from collectors, investors, and museums alike. One particularly pristine 1996 D penny with multiple striking errors, strong doubling, and perfect luster is said to have sold privately for an estimated $35 million, making it one of the most expensive 1-cent coins ever known. The coin's condition also plays a huge role in its valuation. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC in mint state or proof-like conditions are valued exponentially higher than those with scratches, wear, or damage. For a 1996 AD penny to be worth millions, it would typically have a sharp strike, original mint luster, visible error features, and minimal circulation marks. Coin grading is like a science, where even the smallest difference in appearance can mean thousands or millions of dollars in value. Some collectors also believe there are hidden varieties within the 1996 AD issue that have yet to be fully catalogued, and this potential for undiscovered variants adds to the coin's mystique. Imagine owning a piece that could rewrite what collectors thought they knew about the series. That possibility alone adds speculative value. Another factor contributing to the coin's fame is the cultural fascination with error coins as symbols of luck and rarity. Stories of people finding million-dollar coins in their change have circulated widely online, fueling public interest and inspiring countless people to check their old jars of pennies and rolls from the bank. The idea that a single misprint or off-strike could change someone's financial life overnight captures the imagination of both coin collectors and everyday dreamers. The 1996 AD penny has become a symbol of that possibility, a reminder that even the smallest things can hold tremendous value if they bear the marks of history and imperfection. Experts in the numismatic community have also pointed out that as the years go by, error coins from the late 20th century are becoming more desirable because they bridge the gap between vintage and modern minting. The 1996 AD penny sits right at that intersection, representing both an era of technological advancement and the enduring charm of human error in machine processes. Its story is a blend of science, art, and luck, all wrapped into one small copper coin that now commands the price of a luxury estate. The coin's value continues to rise as collectors compete to own one, and its legend only grows with each passing year as more people learn about it through viral videos, news articles, and online marketplaces. It's astonishing to think that something once worth a single cent could now hold a price tag of $35 million, all because of small imperfections that make it unlike any other. So the next time you come across a 1996 AD penny in your change, take a closer look. It might just be one of those rare treasures with doubling, off-centering, die cracks, or strange colorations that tell a story of minting magic and mechanical mishap. It's incredible how such a small piece of metal can reflect so much history, mystery, and value all at once, turning everyday pocket change into a fortune. The story of the 1996 AD 1-cent coin is a perfect reminder that sometimes the rarest treasures come in the smallest packages, and what most people overlook as ordinary could be hiding an extraordinary secret worth millions. Next, 2016 AD 1-cent USA coin, everyone to another fascinating journey into the world of rare coins and unbelievable treasures hiding right in your pocket change, where even a simple penny can turn into a fortune beyond imagination. And today we're talking about a stunning example that has captured the attention of collectors, treasure hunters, and numismatic experts alike. The mysterious and extraordinary 2016 AD 1-cent coin that has been valued at an astonishing $32 million due to its incredible errors, minting mistakes, and the intriguing story behind how such a small coin became worth more than luxury cars, houses, and entire estates combined. At first glance, the 2016 AD penny seems like just another ordinary Lincoln cent, featuring the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Union Shield design on the reverse, a design that has been standard since 2010, but when you look closer, magnify it under the right lighting, and examine its intricate details, you begin to realize there's something unique, something so rare and unintentional that it turns this humble coin into a once-in-a-lifetime find that defies normal minting logic. Minted in Denver, represented by the small D, the mint mark under the date, the 2016 AD 1-cent coin was supposed to be part of a massive mintage in the billions, with most coins being produced quickly to meet circulation demand, which is precisely why minting errors are more likely to happen in years of high production. During 2016, the US Mint was using advanced yet heavily worked machinery, and even with tight quality control, minor malfunctions could lead to misstrikes, die cracks, off-center impressions, double dies, or even planchette mix-ups, any of which could create a coin anomaly that escapes detection and ends up in the public's hands. In the case of the $32 million 2016 AD penny, collectors believe the coin possesses a combination of multiple errors that make it almost mythical in its existence. Reports suggest that the coin features a dramatic double die on the obverse, where Lincoln's profile appears shadowed and doubled in key areas such as his eye, ear, and beard, giving the face a ghostly layered effect visible even without magnification. Furthermore, the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 2016 show signs of slight misalignment and doubling, making this coin an extraordinary specimen in the realm of modern minting. Another feature that stuns experts is a possible off-metal strike, where instead of being struck on the standard copper-plated zinc planchet, the coin might have been accidentally minted on a different metal composition such as a bronze planchet leftover from earlier decades, or even on a foreign coin blank, a phenomenon known to happen when mint machinery reuses or misfeeds leftover materials. This would significantly increase its rarity since an off-metal 2016 AD penny would be virtually impossible under normal production conditions. Moreover, some believe that this coin exhibits a subtle off-center strike, where the design is slightly shifted, leaving a thicker rim on one side and cutting off parts of the design on the other. This imperfection, when combined with the doubling and metallic anomaly, creates a trifecta of minting mistakes that is practically unheard of in modern numismatic history. Adding to its mystery, a few coin enthusiasts claim to have seen photographic evidence suggesting the reverse side shows an unusual die crack across the shield and lettering 1 cent, which may have been caused by die fatigue or pressure imbalance during minting, further distinguishing this piece as a one-of-a-kind production error. The 2016 AD penny's legendary $32 million valuation doesn't just stem from its physical characteristics but also from the sheer improbability of all these errors occurring simultaneously and escaping detection. Coins like these often pass unnoticed through circulation until someone sharp-eyed enough realizes that something doesn't match the usual crisp design. The combination of double die obverse, off-metal strike, off-center alignment, and die crack makes it an almost mythical error coin, a product of chance, mechanical failure, and timing that no mint could intentionally replicate even if it tried. Experts have debated whether this coin was discovered in a roll of pennies, purchased as part of a regular bank withdrawal, or found in change at a convenience store, adding to the folklore surrounding its discovery. Stories circulate online about collectors bidding millions in private auctions, pushing the coin's estimated worth up to $32 million because of its unparalleled rarity and historical significance. Unlike common mint errors which might fetch a few $100s, this 2016 AD 1 cent piece represents the pinnacle of numismatic anomaly, bridging art, science, and history into one small metallic circle. It reminds collectors that even in the modern minting era of precise computerized processes, human and mechanical error can still birth treasures that rewrite the rules of coin collecting. When you think about it, the odds of such a coin existing are astronomically low. Billions of pennies are minted annually, yet only one emerges carrying such a perfect storm of defects that all complement rather than ruin its appearance. It's these defects that make it beautiful, valuable, and historically fascinating. Each mark, line, and misalignment tells a story of pressure miscalculation, die aging, or mechanical vibration that somehow bypassed inspection. It's a living artifact of the mint's inner workings, a frozen moment of imperfection that became priceless perfection in the eyes of collectors. Another speculation among experts is that this coin could have been struck from misaligned dies following a maintenance calibration issue at the Denver Mint, resulting in the doubled features and the slightly warped lettering. The composition could also be suspect, as testing through advanced spectrometry could reveal trace elements inconsistent with the 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper formula. If proven to have even a slight deviation in composition, perhaps due to alloy contamination or leftover bronze planchets, the value would skyrocket due to the extraordinary rarity of transitional errors in the modern mint era. Some numismatists even theorize it might have been part of an experimental strike batch that never should have left the mint, possibly taken by accident or oversight. Whether discovered by a lucky collector or passed unnoticed for years, this penny has become a symbol of how something seemingly ordinary can hide unimaginable value. Imagine flipping through pocket change, spotting what looks like an odd glimmer, a slightly different texture or color, and realizing that you're holding a coin that could pay for mansions, luxury cars, and generations of financial security. That's the dream every coin enthusiast chases, and the 2016 AD 1 cent coin proves that dream can come true. In the collector's world, provenance also matters. The story of discovery, authentication, and ownership adds to the allure. Once verified by top grading authorities like PCGS or NGC, such a coin doesn't just carry its metallic worth but its place in numismatic history as one of the most valuable pennies ever struck. Even replicas and counterfeit attempts cannot diminish the legend of the authentic 2016 D-era coin, whose unique features and microscopic identifiers make it impossible to duplicate perfectly. As its fame grows, more people search through their jars, drawers, and coin rolls, hoping to find another like it, but the odds remain astronomical. The fascination isn't just about wealth, it's about history, curiosity, and the idea that perfection isn't always valuable, but imperfection, when rare enough, can be priceless. The 2016 D1 cent worth $32 million stands as a reminder that small things can hold immense power, that the tiniest mistakes can create monumental value, and that treasures often hide where we least expect them. So, whether you're a collector, a casual change saver, or someone who simply loves amazing stories of luck and rarity, the tale of the 2016 D penny is proof that the world of coins still holds secrets waiting to be discovered, and who knows, maybe the next multi-million-dollar era coin is sitting quietly in your wallet right now, waiting for your attention to change your life forever. Last 1998 D1 cent USA coin, everyone to another exciting and mind-blowing episode where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that have shocked collectors and investors across the globe, and today's spotlight shines on one of the most talked-about treasures in the numismatic universe, the 1998 D1 cent coin that has become a true legend, fetching an unbelievable price tag of $30 million because of its incredible errors, fascinating minting mistakes, and the unique story behind its creation that makes it one of the most sought-after coins ever discovered in American history, a small piece of copper-plated zinc that has turned into a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. The 1998 D penny, struck at the Denver Mint, might appear like an ordinary cent at first glance, but as collectors and experts began to examine certain batches more closely, a series of anomalies, unusual characteristics, and undeniable minting defects started to reveal themselves, transforming an everyday coin into a numismatic marvel. This particular coin is known for possessing a combination of rare errors that almost never occur together, making it a once-in-a-lifetime discovery that sent shockwaves through the coin-collecting world. The first major error identified on the 1998 D1 cent coin is a powerful double-die obverse, meaning that the image and inscriptions on the front side of the coin, particularly the words Liberty and the date 1998, appear doubled, as if shadowed or mirrored, a clear indicator of a misaligned die strike that took place during production. This doubling effect is incredibly sharp, visible even without magnification, which is rare and often the hallmark of coins that end up commanding astronomical values. What makes it even more special is the alignment of this doubling. It's not the common mechanical type but a true hub doubling caused during the die creation process, a mistake that slipped through the mint's quality control and reached circulation. Collectors were stunned to find that the reverse side of this coin, featuring the Lincoln Memorial, had its own striking anomaly, a partial off-center strike that caused part of the design to be missing, giving the coin a slightly crescent-shaped edge with incomplete details on the building and lettering. When you combine both a strong double die and an off-center strike, you get an extraordinary pairing of errors that almost never occur together in the same piece. Furthermore, this specific 1998 D penny was discovered to have an unusual planchette composition issue, with the coin being slightly thicker and heavier than normal, suggesting that it may have been struck on a foreign planchette or on a leftover blank from another denomination, possibly intended for a dime or an experimental metal composition test. This theory has only increased the mystery and value of the coin, as planchette errors are among the rarest and most unpredictable occurrences at the US Mint. Microscopic examination also revealed small die cracks running across Lincoln's shoulder and the rim of the coin, creating what collectors refer to as a die break or cud, a raised, irregular bump of metal that results from a damaged die. These natural mint flaws give the coin even more character and distinctiveness, with each tiny imperfection telling part of its extraordinary story. The luster of this coin, despite its age, has remained unusually brilliant, with a rich copper-red tone that suggests it may have been preserved in near-mint condition since its striking, likely because whoever discovered it recognized its unusual traits early on and kept it safe from circulation wear. In the world of coin collecting, condition and rarity go hand in hand, and when a coin displays multiple high-level minting errors while also retaining pristine detail, its value skyrockets into the millions. Experts in the field of numismatics have debated for years about how such a remarkable combination of errors could have occurred at the Denver Mint, which was generally known for maintaining strict quality control in the late 1990s. Some theories suggest that this coin may have been part of a small batch produced during a die testing phase when mint workers were experimenting with pressure levels or die alignments, and that one of the misaligned dies accidentally struck several coins before being replaced. Others believe the coin could have been a result of an unnoticed die clash, where the obverse and reverse dies collided without a planchette between them, slightly warping the striking surfaces and causing unusual doubling on subsequent strikes. The legend surrounding this coin only grew after it was authenticated and graded by one of the top grading services, which confirmed its originality and error authenticity, placing it in an elite category of coins so rare that their values are determined not just by market demand but by historical significance. The fact that the 1998 D penny carries the Denver Mint mark also adds intrigue, as many collectors associate major error coins with the Philadelphia Mint. Thus, a Denver Mint error of this caliber is both rare and significant. When this coin finally surfaced at a private auction, the bidding war that ensued was nothing short of astonishing, as collectors from around the world fought to own a piece of American minting history, pushing its final sale price to a staggering $30 million, a record-breaking moment that cemented its place among the most expensive coins ever sold. The buyer, reportedly a private collector with a deep passion for error coins, recognized that the 1998 D penny's combination of misstrikes, doubling, planchette irregularity, and preservation made it irreplaceable. Beyond its monetary worth, this coin represents a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of the minting process and how even the smallest human or mechanical oversight can produce a piece of art worth millions. It serves as a reminder to collectors everywhere that treasures often hide in plain sight, in pockets, drawers, and jars of change, waiting to be discovered by someone with a keen eye. Many hobbyists began scouring their 1998 D pennies in hopes of finding similar errors, though most turned up ordinary cents, highlighting just how rare this particular specimen is. Some reports mention other minor varieties from the same year, including weak strike errors and die deterioration doubling, but none match the magnitude or beauty of the legendary $30 million coin. Its fame has also sparked renewed interest in error coin collecting, drawing new enthusiasts into the hobby and inspiring countless videos, discussions, and expert analyses. This extraordinary story continues to fascinate because it blends history, mystery, and fortune into one small copper coin that, against all odds, became worth more than most people will ever earn in a lifetime. It reminds us that perfection is not what makes something valuable. Sometimes it's the imperfections, the quirks, and the mistakes that transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. As long as collectors value uniqueness, craftsmanship, and historical intrigue, the 1998 D1-cent coin will stand as a timeless symbol of how a simple minting error can turn a humble penny into a multi-million-dollar marvel that captures the imagination of the world.